Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I can't believe that we are already halfway through 2022. It seems like yesterday when I just started setting up my bujo for the new year, and now I'm going to start a brand new notebook for the other half of the year. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I set up my mid-year bullet journal. And the notebook that I will be using for the second half of the year is the Tsuki Flutter and Dreams bullet journal from Notebook Therapy. I choose to use this notebook because it has a butterfly drawing on the front cover, and I think it really matches the butterfly theme that I did in the previous notebook. And yeah, I also prepared something very special for you guys, so be sure to watch the video until the very end. So now let's open that new notebook and start planning. Now the first page over here is the name page where I will just be writing down my name. And besides writing down my name, I also decorated the page with some very simple and easy to draw line art butterflies. The line art butterflies are actually the same as the ones that I drew in my 2022 bullet journal setup because I decided to just stick with the butterfly theme that I went for this year. So most of the spreads are more or less the same with the previous notebook, but I also did some minor modification with some of the spreads. So yeah, this is how the name page looks like, and now let's just move on with setting up these spreads. So now on the first page of the notebook, I will be making a key page, which is a list of symbols and what they stand for. I actually didn't include this page in my previous setup because I am very familiar with the symbols that I use in my bullet journal, but today I just wanted to show some of you guys who are beginners on what is a key page. So a key page is just simply a handy reference guide that you can create to remind yourself what symbols you use in your bullet journal and what they stand for. Like for me, I like to use a circle for my tasks, a triangle for my events, and a square for YouTube related tasks. But you don't really need to follow the symbols that I use, just try to find the ones that suits your needs and stick with that. Okay, now on the right page over here, I created a little quote page, and for this quote page, I drew a really big butterfly in the center with some pink color blobs, and I also added some gold star details with my Uniball Signal Gold pen. And below the butterfly, I wrote a quote that says, "Don't rush growth," to remind myself that growth is a natural process and it isn't something that you are supposed to be rushing. Slow growth is still growth, and it's very important to allow yourself to grow at your own pace. So that's the kind of message that I want to remind myself all the time, so I don't feel pressure if I'm only just making slow progress. And now, flipping over to the next two pages are going to be my future log. So for those of you who are new, a future log is basically an overview of the year, and it usually consists of all the 12 months. But since this is just for the second half of the year, I will just include the last 6 months of the year, which is July to December. And as you can see here, I allocated an 8 wide dot grid space for each of the month, and there's 3 months on the left page and another 3 months on the right page. And after I have finished writing the months in each of the column, below the month is where I will be using my rubber calendar stamps to stamp out all the dates for each month. I really love using these stamps because they are really convenient and saves me a lot of time from writing the dates. But the only disadvantage of using these stamps is that you have to wipe off the ink that is on the number 31 when that month only has 30 days. But in my opinion, although it was really messy when I was setting up my future log, but it is still better than writing down all the dates myself. And yeah, I also added a butterfly washi tape at the bottom, and I guess that's all for my future log. Now, moving on to the next two pages are my goals check-in page, which is inspired by the one and only Amanda Rach Lee. So if you watch my 2022 bullet journal setup, I have a goals for the year spread, which is a 2-page spread where I write down my goals for the new year. But since this notebook is for the second half of the year, and I didn't want to make a new goals page, so I decided to make a goals check-in page to kind of check in the goals that I have set in the beginning of the year and see how far I have progressed for each of the goals that I have set. So as you can see here, I have 4 rectangular boxes, and each of the box is going to represent the goals category. So for mine, it's personal, academic, career, and health. And inside each of the boxes, there's 3 columns. The first column is a checkbox to see if I have already achieved that specific goal. The second column indicates whether the goal is still in progress. And the last column is a star, which means that I should make that specific goal a priority and try to start working on that goal. So yeah, that's my goals check-in spread. And now let's move on to the next 2 pages, which are going to be my things to check out page. So this page is basically the same as the one that I did in my previous notebook. I have a big title that says things I want to check out in the middle. And as you can see here, both the pages are kind of divided into half. So there's going to be 4 categories of things that I want to check out, which are dramas, most likely they are Korean dramas, animes, which I recently started to fall in love with. I watched Your Lie in April, Plastic Memories, Violet Evergarden, and all of them are so nice, and I have to have a section for anime. Well, the other 2 categories are movies and books. And yeah, if you guys have something nice to recommend, feel free to write it in the comments below. Now, flipping over to the next 2 pages are my content planner, and it's also the same as the one that I did in my previous notebook. So I honestly really love this content planner, as it really did help me out a lot in organizing my content on both YouTube and Instagram. So I decided to just bring back this spread for my mid-year setup. So for this content planner, I have 2 tables. One is for YouTube and another one is for Instagram. And inside the table, there's 5 columns that indicates the date that I want my video or post to be published, the details, which is usually the title of the video for YouTube, and if it's Instagram, the detail is the type of post that I want to publish. And lastly, there's also 3 checkboxes to see if I have finished filming, editing, and uploading them on my social medias. And yeah, I also use a very light gray Tombow Duo brush pen to draw alternating lines in the table. And I guess that's all for my content planner. And now, the last spread that I'm going to show you today is my 2022 highlights page. So in my previous notebook, I only make this highlight page until June, so I'm just going to continue the highlights for July to December in this new notebook. So on the left page is just a title page that says 2022 highlights with butterflies flying around, and on the next few pages are going to be where I paste my Polaroid pictures. So if you have noticed, this highlights page is a bit different from the one that I did in the beginning of the year. The one that I did before has only 1 rectangular box for each month, so I only pasted 1 Polaroid picture for each of the month, but the one that I'm making now has 2 rectangular boxes so that I can insert more Polaroid pictures. So yeah, that's my highlights page for the second half of the year, and I just can't wait to see it being filled with happy moments. So to thank you guys for the constant love and support, I decided to have this giveaway, and the prize is a Tsuki, Flutter, and Dream bullet journal, which is the one that I'm using right now. And to enter the giveaway, you need to like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment on what you want to achieve in the second half of the year, and lastly, remember to follow my Instagram at lootengstudio. The giveaway ends on the 8th of July, and one lucky winner will be announced on the 9th of July. And yeah, all the giveaway details are available in the description box below. So before the video ends, here's the final flip through of my 2022 mid-year bullet journal setup. I honestly really love the simplicity of the line art butterflies, and it's nice to know that you guys enjoy it too. Thank you so much for showing me so much love and support, especially on my 2022 bullet journal setup video. I really can't thank you guys enough, so I wish you guys lots of joy, happiness, and good health for the rest of the year. Take care everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.